Namaste. Happy Ram Navami. Shri Ramji is always spoken of in Indian tradition as Ajahn Bahu, meaning the one with long arms. In fact, in Sanskrit tradition, Indian tradition, all the deities, the devte, in particular martial ones, are spoken as having arms which are extra long and which reach down to their knees. Now the question is, how do we understand this understanding? How can there be extra long arms? So let me explain this. In Shastar Vidiya, we have a method. So this is my arms here. We have a method by which we can elongate the arms. With my arms here, I now relax, free the structures in my shoulder blades. I can actually make this arm longer. So now, this arm longer. And if I have one arm, the Shivana is there, and when I bring it down, it is just slightly on top of my knees. So that's not exactly to my knees, but let me explain. Archers the world over, those who pulled powerful bows, so in ancient India, when they made a bow, they would hang a weight called a dank, which is like 25 pounds, on the center of the bowstring, and thus, if the bow bent fully in on itself, curved in itself, and then its kotiya, its two ends met, then they say that bow is one donkey. So one donkey has a pull of 25 pounds. Now, supreme warriors, Maharathis, etc., like Rama and so on, they would pull much more powerful bows. So on a practical point, they talk about bows which has a pull to 200 pounds. If you go to ancient texts, they obviously exaggerate a bit, and they talk about 400 pounds plus pulling power on the bows. But what is true is that if you pull such powerful bows, it elongates the tendons in your arm. So if my arm can go this long here naturally by just releasing my tension and freeing my structures here, if I was an archer pulling the bow regularly, training, my arm will just get a few more inches and a bit more as well, and thus I can get my fingertips, hands right to my knees. And of course there are certain people who are born with long arms. I got one of my students in England. His arms are like orangutans, they're long. But Ajahn Bahu refers to archers. So archers tend to get long arms. And in India, because they emphasize pulling bows with both arms, so you could shoot with your right hand and your left hand, they were known as sabsachi. So Rama is spoken of as not just Ajahn Bahu, but also a sabsachi, a person, an individual who can shoot arrows with both arms. Now, from another perspective, in Shastar Vidiya, when we extend our arms to reach out, in Punjabi we call it lammi hati lana. So when we engage someone unrestrained, we naturally do this extension of the arm, the Ajahn Bahu. So the Ajahn Bahu now, the arm is very lithe, like a trunk of elephant, and it's described like that in the Ramayana and ancient texts. But it also becomes heavy as well. So when we engage, especially with bracelets on someone, we have the heaviness to the arm, which then allows us to take our mass beyond our center of gravity, and thus we can move very freely. And thus when we move in Shastar Vidiya with the Ajahn Bahu, we move in a way that we can strike and maneuver, apply techniques simultaneously. Whereas the average martial arts, they move and hit and move, but not together, not simultaneously. So this is where Ajahn Bahu comes from. It's linked with archers. So the great archers, they had those long arms. And then if you use this method of Shastar Vidiya, where you relax the structures in the back of your shoulders, you also get extension of arms. So this is Ajahn Bahu. So on this day, we celebrate Lord Rama, and again I say to you guys, Happy Ram Navami. Namaste.